Alright, welcome back. Today we will continue our journey through the Federation tactical missions. I am going to make a slight bit of a deviation, and we're going to explore something a little different. So, just to kind of update you on where we're at, I really haven't. Basically, I've logged in and kind of looked at things a couple of times, but I haven't played on this character at all since the last video. You will notice I have a lot more energy credits, and that is because we had some things sell on the exchange. So, sold this warp core, this deflector array, and here was the big one. We sold the quantum torpedo launcher that we had picked up for 195,000. So that was a biggie. Shield array and little graviton generator. Phaser beam. Sold a plasma turret for 29.5. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the available missions here. And from Lieutenant Grawl, I've got a couple of missions here. We are going to explore strange new worlds. Okay, so after exploring 3 systems in a star cluster, when you report that in, I'll get 1440 dilithium. And the one that we're able to explore right now is the Delta Volanis Cluster. So explore 3 systems. Okay. So now we've got our missions. We're going to proceed into the cluster. Looks like I'm not quite catching that edge there. We'll get there eventually. So these are actually separate maps outside of the... We've been exploring the Sirius sector so far, I believe. Alright, here we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... Basically, you kind of fly around and go towards these points out in the cluster, and you can explore what's there. And there's either going to be a system there, or there's going to be an anonymous reading. So if you're looking to farm up some data samples, this is the place to get them. Alright, so here we go. And there's several different types of missions that we can kind of encounter out here. Come on, baby, you can do it. There we go. That's a trap. They're tricky.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Here we were, ready to give aid and help. You trick us. That's what you get.
Target's shields have failed.
That should do it. It's a nice pickup right there. Those critical components sell for a lot on the exchange. Alright, so there's quite a few more of these guys out here. And there'll be several anomalies to pick up as well. So I think just in order to preserve sanity in this system, you're not allowed, to make a full backwards loop. So you have to kind of, if you're trying to change elevation, you have to make a kind of a rotating, kind of have to spiral your way up. We're still on engine power, which was probably not a horrible thing for the first encounter, because that basically makes it hard for them to get hits on us when we're at full speed like that. Bring him down a little bit more and then I'll turn in, get shot in.
Target's shields have failed.
Looks like I disabled his shields there for assistant, or his phasers were offline. That's one of the benefits of using phaser weapons, is they will disable certain subsystems. You have a percentage chance of doing that. You can see that here. There's a 2.5% chance to disable one subsystem for 5 seconds. Yeah, there was an anomaly back there, but we'll just let that one go. I'll try to keep my anomaly chasing to a minimum for y'all guys.
Warning, ship is under attack.
And a lot of times you're going to be tempted just to want to save your power, emergency power to shields and shield healing abilities till later, and sometimes it's better to use them
Target's
a little
shield
bit
has
earlier, because they will. You will notice they reduce shield damage, so it says reduces by 18 seconds, or 18% for 30 seconds, so that's pretty significant. So while let your shields get totally torn down when you could be using these.
Target's shield has failed.
So this guy's got torpedo launchers in the front arc. Well, he's got it in the rear as well. That's something you're going to want to do as you're playing against the different people, is kind of study what's making them tick, how they work, and you can find ways to kind of counter what they're doing. I might have got going the wrong way here. I think I did. Sorry. Well, while I'm back here, I'm going to go pick up this anomaly. If you want to see how fast your ship's moving, I don't know if I've covered this before, but if you'll just hover your mouse over this, it will give you your speed indication in a numerical value. Alright, this is a cruiser. The one we fought before was an escort, so it's a little faster. This guy will be slower, but he should be a little stronger, a little more whole. And you can right click info and see if you want to kind of get an idea.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
So I'm going to try to maneuver my way in behind him. Ow. There we go.
Target's shield has failed.
So you can see I'm really just trying to stay right here where I have the shields down. Whatever I need to do to accomplish that. We've got a science vessel. Doesn't have as many hit points, but it's probably got a few science abilities it'll try to use on me.
Warning, ship is under attack.
See, by using the evasive maneuvers there, I was able to dodge that torpedo attack. That was a charged particle burst, which actually damages shields and can be used to locate stealth vehicles as well. So we'll slow my turn down, or slow my speed down.
Target's shields have failed.
Right, we almost have an evasive. I'll use that. Get in on his shields right there. I'll make a circle and come right back around and do the same thing again. Well, that might have done it right there. That was probably enough. Nice try, Mr. Science Guy. Alright, this is usually some type of battleship at the end. Yep. Not as much hull value as that cruiser had, but I'm sure it packs quite a bit more offensive punch. And you probably want to stay out of its forward firing arc if you can avoid it.
Warning, ship is under attack.
He used an emergency power to engines skill. Increase engine power so I can get in behind him. I do not want to get around front of him. See, he's definitely doing a little bit of damage to me.
Shields have failed.
There's an emergency power to engines. Used again. His shields are really strong. We're doing damage through the shields. It's adding up, but it doesn't look like we really have what we need to get his shields down. I'm going to use an evasive just so I can close the distance here. I want to get in closer. He's got a torpedo spread up. Ow. Just takes a little while to wear them down. Oh, that's gonna hit hull. Alright, I'll be able to hit him with the spread here next. Let me see if I can get the shield down a little bit. We'll finish him off. There we go. So you have the option here. You can cancel that for a second and pick up any anomalies that might be in the immediate area. Got a rare there. Just one more out here. Oh, that's all the way back probably. I'm just gonna let that one go. So you can just exit the system with that button. Alright, so that got us one of our explorations. Here's another one. I kind of like doing these explorations. They kind of remind me of Star Trek episodes to some degree. You know, they're just a little more open world, not as scripted. There's no telling what you'll encounter. Alright, on this one they want us to approach the base. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. You just, if you need to change the elevations, you just kind of have to spiral your way up. This last one up He'll be happy that there's no more, and then we will approach the base. I do want to show y'all the crafting system at some point though, so I am trying to pick up enough that we can craft with. I don't want to have to go farming for them later, so I think it's better that I just pick up what I can now. It's really the easiest way to do it. You don't ever have to go spending a lot of time farming for them. Okay. Let's see what's going on down here. I guess sometimes these loading times are a little longer out in the clusters. Sometimes there's combat associated with these, sometimes not. It just kind of depends. I do recommend, as you play this game though, that you do some exploration of the clusters, on a regular basis, because some of your, I don't know, some of the most challenging missions that I've been involved in were out in the clusters. You can really run into some really tough customers, and you can get some really good drops too. It gave me diplomacy XP, which is very nice. Okay. So we need to get one more exploration in. These are real high level guys out here, so they're farming for the base data samples. The base are the pinks here, the radiation, alien artifacts, and mineral samples, which you need to make schematics for crafting. So this is the place to come to get those if you're needing some. And as you saw in one of the earlier videos, I was able to sell those for pretty good money on the exchange. So if you do need it, for some reason you needed to pick up a little bit of cash, you could come out here and grab these. Because it's not far from Earth, so it's pretty close to home. Okay, here's the third point. And this will wrap up our cluster exploration if we can get through this one. Okay. It is a big part of coming out to the clusters, though, is sample farming. Huh. Interesting. This looks like fun. This kind of reminds me of some old school Star Trek episodes. Well, you can probably find similar ones in all the Star Trek episodes, but Luckily, none of my guys are wearing a red uniform. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, security guy. You're in trouble. Alright. I'm kind of excited for this one. This could be good. I have never seen a map like this. This could be fun. Heck is that? Now, I'm not necessarily just grabbing these anomalies just to grab them. You kind of need to clear them off so you know where else to go. I don't know what's kind of hiding from me. Alright. The colonists are in trouble. Time to go kick some Klingon. You know what? Try to keep my Star Trek videos PG-13. Heck are the bad guys at? Gotta be some bad guys here somewhere. I don't know if I'm supposed to enter one of these buildings or something. I feel like this is glitched or something. Normally there would be, all through this area, there would be patrols. I have a feeling I'm taking y'all on a wild goose chase here. Damn, and I was excited for this one. I'm kind of sad now. Looks like we might have to go find us another mission. Gee, spoiler. Mission spoiler. Alright, saying go here. See if I can get someone to come out. I think they're trapped, like there's enemies that are trapped inside these buildings. Like they built the map on top of them or something. Yeah, that's one thing I hadn't really talked about. You know, most of the time I'm playing in FPS mode. In FPS mode, you can't, or I mean, I'm sorry, RPG mode, you can't fire your weapons. But if you switch over to the first person mode, well, third person really, whatever, you can go ahead and click on your fire buttons and you'll shoot just wherever. Come out with your hands up. Starfleet is here. Surrender, or you will be dealt with. So there's my shotgun. And there's the sniper rifle. Well, sorry guys. Oh, wow, that didn't work. It's kind of disappointing. Alright, let's hope for better luck on this one. You know, it's a big game, there's lots of stuff in it, so, you know, stuff happens. We can forgive our developers for that one. I just really wanted to fight those Klingons, I'm sad. I think if you give the ground combat a chance, you can really learn to enjoy it quite a bit. Sure, why not? We'll help you out. Alright, here's the secret to this one. If you will go into your inventory and click on your replicator, they need shield generators. Well, guess what? We're super replication people. We can just kick those bad boys right on out. Got us 100 diplomat XP from that one. That's good. Alright, so we can report these in now. Nice, so we got us 1440 dilithium and a little bit of experience. Got ourselves up to level 7. And I think that, I don't know if this was open yet, but the next cluster is now open for us. And that's off of the Regulus sector block. We're off the Sirius sector block right now. Alright, so at some point we'll go out there and do that one. Alright, so what else can we do here? Not sure how well those work or not. At some point, if we're going that direction, we'll try that. And you can do these 1440 dilithium once every 24 hours. I think we'll probably just go ahead and continue with our missions now. Okay. So we're going to go back over to the Sirius sector block. Probably stop by Earth real quick, which isn't far from us. I need to go ahead and clear out my inventory probably. And then we can transwarp over there for that next mission. Now we got to level 7 right there. Let's see what happens when we get to level 7. We got a new skill. It's a very nice skill. It's attack pattern alpha. And as you can see, for 30 seconds your damage is increased, your chance for critical hits, your critical severity, and your flight turn rate are all drastically increased from that skill. So that makes us pack quite a bit more punch now. So let's go over here to our skill points. We've got 2,000. So we can go ahead and get that up a little bit. And now you can see all those numbers I just gave you a while ago, those all went up a little bit. Alright. So let's go take care of our odds and ends real quick. So we'll come over to the exchange first and see if anything we got is worth anything. So that'll sell for a little bit more than salvage value. Those are going a little bit higher. What was that? Let's go with 4,600. And that one's selling really cheap. I can sell that for more than that, so I'll go ahead and pick it up. And these are selling for a little bit more, so I'm just going to go ahead and post both of these up for 900. We'll see if we can sell them. Okay. So we're going to... Oh, and I was telling you about these critical components. If you were not having as much luck as I have been, well, actually they're not selling for that much anymore. I believe at times I've seen these selling on the exchange for close to 100,000. I guess it just kind of depends on how well they've been flooding the system lately. I wouldn't want to sell mine. I'd rather hang on to it because we might need it. I don't know if those will actually stack on me or not. Yeah, those first three they give you are kind of weird. They don't want to stack right. So I'm just going to sell them. Well, it's because they have no value. That's why they don't stack properly. I'll just give them to my guys to waste. This guy got injured somewhere. Show you how to take care of that, I guess. And I'll just keep these components down here in case we need them at some point. That's something I do need to do, is pick up some of those components in case I need them. So I'll go show y'all real quick a couple of the odds and ends. I'm just going to go ahead and sell that for now. Probably be smarter to hang on to some of those things, but at some point I'm going to need to get some of these. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up a stack of those. And I'm going to pick up a stack of these. And I'll keep those down in my inventory. And then when I get some injuries out in the field at some point, which I'm sure we will, we'll need those. And I could actually use those to heal that bridge officer, but I'm going to go ahead and show you all the cheap way to do that. And I also want to go by here and pick up some components in case our ship ever gets damaged as well. Sometimes you're not over at the space dock and you're not able to easily deal with that, so here is basically the equivalent things for your ship. These are expensive, but oh well. I'll need them at some point, so I'll just go ahead and drop the money now. Okay. While we're here, I might as well show you this too. We're at lieutenant level, and we're getting pretty close to lieutenant commander. That's at 10. And sometimes what you want to do is kind of plan ahead for the ship that you're going to get next. So we are a tactical, so we're probably going to stick in the escort line. And if I go over here and just filter that to lieutenant commander, this is a you can buy this ship, and that's a little bit better, but I'm not going to do that. This will be the ship that we'll get next. So it will have 2 tactical bridge officers. So right now we've just got the 1 tactical. So at some point I'm going to want to pick up another tactical officer to run this other slot. And also, like you saw, we're beaming down that security officer that'll allow us to use a real bridge officer on our missions. It also will give us an extra tactical console, and it has 3 forward weapon slots and 1 aft weapon slot. Once we go to this ship, we're going to actually switch over to dual heavy cannons probably, and no longer be using the beam arrays. So that you kind of need to keep all that in mind as you're kind of planning your next moves. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and we'll pick it up next time, continuing our researcher rescue mission. Thanks for watching.